Bitcoin just smashed through $116,000, locking in its best September in 13 years. For more than a decade, September has been Bitcoin's weakest month, historically red, with traders calling it wrecked-tember. But this year, the script is flipped. We're green, we're strong, and the setup for October and November looks similar to rallies that carried Bitcoin to all-time highs. Add in today's Federal Reserve rate decision, and you've got a perfect storm of catalysts. Subscribe for daily alpha. The question isn't just whether Bitcoin can break higher, it's how far and how fast. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin is up 1.3%, bringing the global crypto market cap to over $4.1 trillion. That's bigger than Apple, bigger than Microsoft, showing how much weight crypto has gained. Usually, September bleeds. Over the last decade, Bitcoin has only closed September in the green 3 times. But those rare green Septembers were rocket fuel. In 2013, Bitcoin rallied 58% in the fourth quarter. In 2017, it was 142%. In 2020, it doubled in just 2 months after a strong September finish. History doesn't guarantee the future, but the pattern is impossible to ignore. Now, what's different this time? One word: institutions. Yesterday alone, more than $550 million flowed into United States spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. Fidelity added $88 million. BlackRock contributed hundreds of millions. And together, these products now hold over 51,500 Bitcoin. That's $6 billion worth of supply being vacuumed off exchanges. And remember, Bitcoin's new issuance is only 450 coins per day after the halving. ETFs are hoarding more in a single session than miners can produce in a month. That imbalance is why analysts keep shouting about supply squeezes. And it isn't just ETFs. Japanese firm Metaplanet raised $1.4 billion, backed by sovereign funds with one goal: buy more Bitcoin. They're being called Asia's MicroStrategy. Add that to El Salvador stacking Bitcoin alongside gold, and suddenly corporate treasuries and even nations are competing with Wall Street for the same scarce coins. When everyone wants the same limited supply, prices don't drift up, they explode. But the elephant in the room today is the Federal Reserve. Markets are pricing in a 95% chance of a 25 basis point cut this afternoon. If Powell confirms it, liquidity floods back into the system. Historically, rate cuts supercharge risk assets, stocks, tech, and especially Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin thrives when real yields fall and dollars get cheaper. And with more cuts expected in 2025, we're talking about a structural tailwind that could carry Bitcoin well beyond the old all-time high of $124,500. Here's where it gets interesting. Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 57%. That's strong, but it's not climbing anymore. If dominance stalls or slips, that's the green light for Altseason. Ethereum is already flirting with $4,700. Solana just hit $240 on Meme Mania, and Dogecoin has its first United States ETF. If Bitcoin holds 116,000 and grinds toward 122,000, the capital rotation into alts could be massive. Picture Bitcoin as the anchor, but Ethereum, Solana, and Dogecoin as the speedboats. So what's the roadmap from here? Analysts see 3 scenarios. Scenario 1, short-term pullback. Bitcoin tests 112 to 113,000 on Fed volatility, then resumes upward. Scenario 2, continuation. We push cleanly through 118 to 120,000 this week, setting up a direct run at 124,500. Scenario 3, breakout. A decisive reclaim of the all-time high sparks full-blown FOMO, and 150,000 becomes a magnet before year's end. All 3 are possible, and the catalyst will be Powell's tone at 2:30 Eastern Time. If he hints at more cuts or downplays inflation fears, Bitcoin could light up instantly. If he's cautious, we may get chopped before liftoff. Either way, the foundation is already built. ETFs buying, institutions hoarding, and history rhyming. Here's the takeaway. Bitcoin isn't just having a good week, it's rewriting the rulebook for September. Exchange-traded fund inflows are breaking records, sovereign money is entering the game, and macro winds are shifting in Bitcoin's favor. Whether it's 122,000, 150,000, or beyond, this is the moment traders will look back on as the pivot point. Please like, share, and click the bell to stay plugged in.